All right, today on Behind the Mask, we've got Jacob Hosteller. So, Jacob, tell us about your mask and please remove it for us.
Well, this is the mask.
No, put it back on. No. I'm just messing with you. So, um,
This is this is the Jason mask, and he's always been just a killer. And I've had the great idea of having a chainsaw in my hand and taking that for people being really scared of chainsaws and loud noises, and just overall scary.
so going through haunted houses growing up, I've been working in them since I was 9 years old, and one of the worst things you can smell in a haunted house is gas or mixed fuel because you know the chainsaw's coming. So I know personally from going through it many times and watching y'all work, and once again, you and your partner, who we'll interview in a little while, y'all got Most Valuable Scare one night as well. What were people's reactions, and how did you change the part to make it even scarier than any other chainsaw part I've ever seen in any haunted house I've been through?
Well, their main part was to take off running, or drop, or get in a corner.
Okay.
That was the main three. And to change it up was my spots. I'd start in a corner. I would hide behind a pallet. I would hide in a corner. I would hide behind the fence. I would hide even in two double doors. I'd bust out, and them two double doors was a big part in it.
So I know, because I know you pretty well, you don't actually like scary things or haunted houses. So how was it working in this?
Well, it was better for me scaring people than not getting scared.
Okay, all right. Have you enjoyed this? Tell us what's been the best part of building, acting, and being a part of this haunted house this year.
Well, the best thing I've come up with was probably teamwork. Teamwork was the best thing for me because I like working in an environment with people. I don't like working on my own. I like being with people.
Okay, all right. Can you see how lessons, skills, things you went through during the haunted house and its construction could carry over into a future career for you or work?
Well, like I said, teamwork.
Teamwork?
Teamwork's
Okay.
the biggest thing that I've always been working with. Like for instance, me and my dad, we work with teams all the time, just getting people together, putting in a job, and doing any kind of work, building anything.
So when you're a part of a team, like this was a massive project, people don't really understand when they come out here. We're talking about 40, possibly 50 different people all having a hand in this. What's the most important part of teamwork in your words?
Leadership.
Okay, explain that, like the leadership aspect, and who do you think during the course of this haunted house really emerged as that leadership role for you?
Well, guiding
Okay.
people that don't know everything that I may know.
Okay.
For example, possibly a kid that had a bad home life and it wasn't raised in a shop or anything, teaching them and then letting them teach other people.
Okay. So I know this because it's something I've learned to do. It's hard as a leader to delegate, but you probably noticed this year a lot of times when people needed to solve a problem or people didn't know how to play their part, I would often send those new people to one of you.
Mm-hmm.
That way I didn't take it on myself. It's not me being lazy. It's me wanting to grow you as a what?
Leader.
That's right. So thank you for your interview. We appreciate the part you played.
Yes,
So, all right. On this episode of Behind the Mask at the Southeast High School Skills USA Shop of Horrors, we're going to be interviewing Tyler Shelton. And this is a unique opportunity to gain a lot of insight. This young man has actually been a part of the Shop of Horrors since middle school. So, I mean, he's almost been in it as long as I've been here doing it. So, Tyler, pull your mask off and show us what you really look like. All right. Explain to us real quick what all roles you've played since the very beginning. Just real fast.
I don't really remember most of them, but I've played a clown, chainsaw, scarecrow, been a bloody victim. I've played just about every part.
Well, what keeps you coming back year after year filling these roles?
It's just fun.
It's fun, isn't it? Explain how this haunted house made you choose to actually be in a part of Skills USA and construction class. Could you kind of?
Always wanting to build stuff and fix stuff and improvising and fixing stuff when it needs to be fixed and working as a team.
Okay. Did you learn anything this year in this whole process that you could share with everybody that's joining us?
Everything's not always going to go the way you want it to go, so you have to adapt.
Okay. Adapt and overcome, right? So if you were going to tell a middle schooler, that's about the time you joined up with us, if you're going to tell a middle schooler why they should take one of these CTE classes, law and public safety or construction, what would you tell them? Like, what would be some of your reasons? Not just the haunted house, but you could touch on that as well.
That it gets you ready for life and life lessons and working with a team.
I know most of y'all in here play sports, you're involved in other things, but how does this rate, these 5-6 nights we've been open this year, how does the fun that you have in here rate to like being a part of another team or something like that?
It's fun. It's about as fun as baseball because you don't see the same people every day, so you get to meet new people and get closer to those people.
All right. Well, man, thank you for letting us interview you. Thank you for showing us what you really look like behind the mask, and we look forward to many more years and many good scares. All right.